MrMaD Opinions, bitch! Coming at you, Bill got it, then a motherfucker. So, today! Alright, so, got a little unboxing video here. This is an update to my last one where I bought this ViewSonic TK700 4K projector, which I really do like a lot. It's got a good picture. It's fast. It's got like the 4.2 millisecond lag on 1080p 240 or something like that. In 4K, there's like maybe 30 seconds, 30 milliseconds of lag. So that's really not bad. Input lag, I believe. It's a nice picture, like I said. It's got a lot of adjustable features. However, that brings me to one little caveat about it. If it's not exactly sitting perfect, like the way mine was sitting, this projects at an upward angle. I don't know why I mean, maybe that's the thing, but the only projector I had was some cheap ass one and another cheap ass one. But instead of going like straight and glow, it goes like at an angle like this. So if you're sitting it this way, it's gonna project like up here somewhere. So in my room, my bedroom, I had it right on top, like right above my headboard on my bed, like that. But that angle, it's projecting pretty much onto the ceiling. So now you can adjust it. You can't tilt this or anything like that, but there is software inside that you can actually, adjust it and do all the keystone correcting and all that stuff. So it looked fine. I was able to drop the image down. I actually had to get a stand. So instead of standing it like this, it kind of stood at like maybe a 15-degree angle so that it would project, directly right below my ceiling, basically, like an inch below my ceiling, 2 inches below my ceiling. So, but it was like this. So I also had to adjust the keystone because it's not a square now, it's like a parallelogram. But also it was kind of like tilted. This only has one little middle tilt function. So I had to rotate it, but then you're losing, every time you do something, you like lose the size of the picture and you got to make all these adjustments. The downside to that was, if you switch to gaming mode, which is ultra low latency mode or whatever, which is the 4.2, it erases all those keystone things. So you're just going to get the weird looking picture. It's going to be fast, but it's going to look weird on your screen and it's not going to have all the proper dimensions. And this also came with like what I think is a factory defect. So instead of a square image, the right side has like a curve to it. Now again, you can adjust and fix all that shit, but then you have this much screen left, that you're not using, and then when it's being projected, you can see like a light gray instead of black. So even though you have the real image where it's supposed to be, right next to it, you have like some weird image, and it doesn't look good, and so I was upset about that. I was able to get a 100-inch picture from maybe like 8 foot away, and it did look good, as long as you don't use the gaming mode, which that was like, I wanted the gaming mode. Another caveat is 3D. I bought this almost specifically for 3D. Not really, but 3D was a big part of it. Apparently, there's 4 types of 3D, and I wasn't aware of this. There's frame sequential, frame packing, side by side, and top and over and under, top and bottom, whatever. So this one is only able to do frame sequential and frame packing, which is fine if you got a 3D Blu-ray player, which I do. But if you want to watch YouTube videos or something on your network, like your own files that you got, from your ripped Blu-rays or whatever, and they happen to be in side-by-side format, you can't use it. So I bought the 3D glasses and everything, and for whatever reason, I can only watch 3D Blu-ray, which if I'm going to pay like $900, I want the whole, all formats or whatever. So I want side-by-side, I want top and bottom. I reached out to ViewSonic. They said that they only handle frame sequential or frame packing. Frame packing being where both left and right images are presented on one screen as one image with like interlaced looking shits. Frame packing, I believe, is 1080 or 720p constantly alternating, on the screen at like 240 hertz or whatever. Side by side is where the whole image is just one stagnant image, but then the processor is supposed to merge them together so that the 3D glasses can get a frame packing or frame sequential style shit. Anyways, I'm rambling. let's just open this one up because after looking around, looking for a projector that I wanted, 4K with that millisecond, you know, spec, 4K. I wanted HDR. I wanted the full 3D. You know, all versions of the 3D. Oh, and by the way, I contacted them. They said they don't know anything about any firmware update that they may implement that. So I'm like, well, fuck, man. Then I don't want it. You know, so I don't know if I may keep it like for my basement or something like that, but because I really do like the picture. But yeah, I think I definitely want full 3D. So I bought this one because I saw that this had basically the same exact specs, although this was $500 more. This was $1,400 after tax. That was about 900 and some odd change after tax. But, you know, and it kind of sucks to have to buy a whole new projector, especially one that's $500 more. But this one does everything I need it to do. So I don't know. It's like, I don't want to ever have that, you know, in the back of my mind, like, oh man, you know, now I'm not, you know, I'm stuck with this and I don't even got my full 3D that I basically bought the projector for, you know, like one of the main reasons I bought it, aside from the 4K, the HDR, all that other stuff. So let's crack this open. This is the BenQ TK700. TK700. So this is basically that exact model. This one's a little bit bigger, so now I'm gonna have to worry about where I'm gonna mount this because I bought a specific stand just for that one, so I can angle it and, you know, based off the dimensions. We have a similar plug as the other one. Got some instructions there. This one basically came in the same, I think this might be the same manufacturer. It's just they branded it, you know, different brands or whatever. This came in like the same exact box as the other one. Same even internal shits, sort of. Let's go ahead and crack this open. What the hell is this? This is some type of warranty information. But anyway, supposedly this is actually a better quality projector in general. I guess it's not that noticeable according to the AVS forums, which I've been using since back in the day. I just never thought to use it for this because I didn't even realize that 3D had so many different formats that wouldn't be compatible on certain things. But what was I gonna say? This supposedly has better color though. That's one thing I did have to play around with the setting. Yeah, this is the same exact projector. Look at this shit. I did have to play around with the settings on this to get the black levels looking all right, but it's still pretty dark on dark scenes, but no real, it's got a little like protruding thing in the back here, but pretty much the same thing. This does have more adjustment wheels, it seems, and it's the same exact one as the other ones. So this, all right, so paying a little bit extra, you're getting a little bit extra, you know. So you can adjust the height as well as the angle, as well as the kind of rotation, which I shouldn't need too much rotation. Okay. But again, this one, the picture quality supposedly is better. This is literally the same projector, man. Look at this shit. Just in a different housing. But anyway, yeah, the blacks on these aren't that good. The color is kind of washed out a little bit here and there. Supposedly this fixes all of that, or this has better software. This does have a lower wattage speaker though, which this was already quiet enough, so I may have to hook up some external speakers. This has audio out, which I don't know if this one does or not. No, this one also has audio out in the same exact location too. But this is, I don't understand why this couldn't have just been updated with this firmware, you know, but it's the same thing with like when you buy a Samsung television, they're using the same screen as LG and Sony. They all use the same panel. They just write some different code for it. But I would have liked to have had this firmware on that, you know, maybe the colors would have looked better. I would have had my full 3D. I'm hoping I still get my full 3D with this. I'm gonna go test that out. But all in all, it seems like it's essentially the same projector. Where's the pretty much the same remote. Yeah, it has the on-off buttons, you know, up, down, left, right, but those were the keystone buttons on the other remote. Yeah, so there's a little bit, kind of the same exact thing here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go test this out. I'm gonna see, hopefully this has better looking colors and I get my full 3D, you know, all the options. Hopefully this is, and this has actually a better warranty. This has a 3-year warranty. I believe this ViewSonic is a 1-year warranty. Not 100% sure, but I was gonna go with an Optoma, I don't know. But and also this doesn't have that weird little lip thing, so I don't know, that's cool, I guess. The Optoma, I heard the customer service sucks, and I heard their product's been falling off. I was looking at Epson's, but I'm not sure they have the same specs as far as speed goes. So this is exactly the same hardware. I'm paying $500 for a firmware upgrade, essentially, which, man, simp. So, but I don't know. I may keep them both. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, these are DLP, and they may not last the longest. This actually has a shorter lamp life than that one does. 6,000 hours versus, I think, 8,000, something like that. Or 20,000 on that one versus 15,000 on the eco mode shit. But I don't know, man. Seems like an awful extra amount of money for just literally a firmware update. And like I said, had they said, okay, you know, and you know what, the problem with this one is the firmware update didn't originally include the 3D. So it is something that's possible, I guess, that they can update it, but it's like, do I have to wait for that? You know, it's like, I'd rather just have this now. And I bought this on Amazon last night, and I got it this morning, you know, whereas this took about 8 days, something like that, 10 days to get to me. I want my shit now. I don't know. So I guess you pay for convenience and whatever. So I'm gonna go hook this up, and let's see what the hell's going on here. And I guess if you guys are ever curious, that'll be that. Or just ask. But yeah, I'm gonna hook up the same Shield TV Pro. I'm gonna network in my PC's 3D videos. I'm gonna try all the different formats. I got my 3D glasses. I hope they sync with this projector. I'm gonna try the Blu-ray player, and I'm just gonna align the picture just to see how it looks on the on my screen, and hopefully it looks better. I don't know. We'll see. But that's about it. Thank y'all for watching, and peace out.